Did women in the 1950s have better dating advice than women today? Because apparently what we're doing today, crying on TikTok, is just not working for us. Okay, let's just dive into this. Let's go. Go to all reunions of your high school or college class. There may be widowers there.
Why widowers specifically?
Predatory advice. Why widowers?
Oh, did your wife just die? You know, I'm single.
Be a rebound for a man whose wife
Yeah, I don't think that's a good idea. He's probably not over it.
Hi YouTube, welcome back in hell. My name is Cypress and today we will be watching Emo Loneliness and How to Fix It by Shuln Hat.
Women.
Yay,
Despite
women.
popular belief on Reddit, I love women. And despite popular belief on 4chan, I am a woman. And as I am filming this, it is currently International Women's Day. So happy International Women's Day to all 7.3 of you. We've talked quite a bit about male loneliness on this channel, but we haven't really touched on female loneliness, which although technically not as severe yet, is unfortunately a real and rapidly growing trend. The modern world does not seem to have a solution to this. All modern dating advice is just garbage. The future seems bleak, so maybe we have to look in the past. In this video, we're going to talk a bit about modern female loneliness, and then we're going to have some fun looking at some dating advice from the 1950s to see if we can find a solution there. Because what worked for our grandmothers surely will work for us, right? Back in the day, when people would still go to malt shops.
What is a malt shop?
Instead of femboy hooters. Women dated men for more than just. The number of single women in the US is expected to increase 1.2% every year from 2008 to 2030, compared to a 0.8% increase in the overall population. This will result in 45% of women between the ages of 25 and 44 who will be single and childless by 2030. Now, according to some people, this is apparently a good thing. More women being single and childless is a good thing. Society is progressing. Women no longer have to be chained up and turned into breeding cows.
Oh, in that way, I was confused, okay.
1984. Apparently, single women spend more than the average family on travel, shopping, makeup, skincare, etc.
I can see that.
So of course, some economists will twist this into a positive thing. But I'm not an economist. I'm your average, humble, working-class American YouTuber, slaving over a hot laptop, producing absolutely nothing of value to society. And I don't think this is a good thing. I think this is proof things are going very wrong. And if you look at the stats about how so many women are on antidepressants and how the female suicide rate has been increasing, there may be a connection here. Friendship, family, and sexual intimacy are a big part of the hierarchy of needs.
I want to read the hierarchy of needs.
Basic needs, physiological needs, food, water, warmth, and rest. Safety needs, security, safety. Psychological needs, belongings and love needs, intimate relationships with friends. Esteem needs, prestige and feeling of accomplishment. Self-fulfillment needs. Self-actualization, achieving one's full potential, including creative activities.
And sexual intimacy are a big part of the hierarchy of needs. And I don't think women are happier being alone and single.
I don't think so either.
I just think women might be better at coping with being alone and single. At least for
that might be it.
A little while.
Yeah.
I just had like the craziest, saddest thought. I'm in the stage of life where I'm watching all my friends get married and have babies.
When you talk about the subject, a lot of men will point out that these women could easily get any man to sleep with. And I'm sure they know that. But sex isn't the only thing people—
Yeah, like, bro, sex isn't an actual relationship.
It would be relatively easy for a lot of these incels to just get laid, hire a hooker, and it would take the average woman like 5 minutes to find a man to sleep with. Just walk the f outside. But casual sex isn't the—
Yeah, that's not the solution at all.
It's a band-aid. It's a way to fill your void with cum.
Did you have to say it like that?
Find someone to love, to marry, to have a family with nowadays. It is incredibly difficult for both genders in this climate today. And it seems like nowadays the only acceptable way to do so is to swipe right. We live in an increasingly atomized, lonely society thanks to a nasty combination of social media, technology, hookup culture, lack of community, lack of friends, lack of purpose, lack of money, late-stage capitalism, neoliberalism, and so many other things. And men are being told to, well, Nothing. You're on your own. Pull yourself up by your bootstraps. It's your fault. You built the world after all, and are increasingly turning to the few people who at least pretend to give a shit, who just wind up selling them poison that ultimately hurts them in the end. Like hollow materialism, eternal one-night stands, and vasectomies.
What is that? Quickest path to becoming a high-value man. 1. Do not get married. 2. Avoid family creation. 3. Vasectomy in your 20s? Huh? What?
Yeah, in case you were wondering, that's what the red pill has been up to.
I didn't know that. Solution for men. 1. Vasectomy till I find the right woman. Vasectomy reversal odds are better than your odds at a marriage working out, but you all push that. Why is it that male cheating, vasectomies, having multiple wives triggers tradcons? What?
Neuter themselves. While women, in turn, are also being sold very similar poison. About how it's good to be single, it's empowering. You
Oh yeah, they have been screaming it everywhere.
don't need no man. Get on the pill. Sleep around. Climb the corporate ladder.
I don't know why sleeping around should make me feel more empowered, but a lot of people have been telling me that I should go sleep around on the internet.
Don't worry, baby. We'll freeze your eggs for you. But is this good advice for women? Or have we girl bossed a little too close to the sun?
I
A
think
study on date psychology recently revealed that 48% of men 26 to 40 years old have not approached women in the past year, and 60% of men aged 18 to 25 said they haven't. In the entire dataset, 30% of men said they never approached a woman in person before. Ever. This also might be because, like I said, everything that isn't swiping right on a dating app nowadays is considered creepy. Don't approach women at the bar. Don't approach women at the gym. Don't approach women at coffee shops.
Just don't approach a woman at all.
Don't approach women at work. Don't approach women at the mall. Don't approach women. We live in HR world. And it turns out a lot of women don't like HR world. Every time I see videos of women crying about not being approached by men or being lonely, the comments and replies are always full of men like, enjoy your cats.
I don't know, like, why they always say that. That annoys me so much too. Like, with the men and the women, both of them. When it's a man, you have the women that say stuff like it. When it's a woman, you have the men say stuff like this. And I'm like, what does this individual person have to do with the women that you're mad at? What if that person didn't say stuff like that at all? Like, what are you on about?
This is the world you wanted, ladies. But was it? Not every woman is the blue-haired man.
Yeah, it's so dumb.
Feminist stereotype that you have in your mind. A lot of them want the same exact world you do. What you have to understand is society in the media is basically like her fat, ugly, drunk friend at the bar cock-blocking you from talking to her. Excuse me? She's not interested. Even though chances are, she might be. According to the same study on date psychology, 77% of women aged 18 to 30 want to be approached more. So if men are lonely and women are lonely, but men are too afraid to approach women nowadays, there's only one thing we can do, ladies.
We have to approach the men.
Must approach them.
Yes.
So I did a little
Let's do it, ladies.
research and looked up how to approach men as a woman. Number 1.
So don't.
Don't.
I knew it!
Almost every single article, blog post, tweet thread, giving advice to women on
As always, don't do anything. The guy has to come to you.
how to get a man said some shit like, don't chase him, let him chase you.
Yeah,
Be
stupid.
unavailable and mysterious. Simply pretend he doesn't exist. Great. Awesome. Almost every single bit of dating advice I found amounted to let them come to us.
Yeah.
But what if they're not coming to us?
And no one is coming to us, I guess.
What do we do now? Well, according to the great philosophers of our time, Fresh and Fit and Andrew Tate, the problem is the modern woman. Lazy,
modern woman.
entitled, mid. These are the ingredients that create the modern woman. So clearly we have to go back. Back when a cheeseburger was 5 cents and women were lobotomized. That's right, we must return to the 1950s.
Yay!
One of the most common ways to find a partner these days is by using dating apps and websites. But back in the 1950s, you had to get a little bit more creative. Here's an article from 1958 in McCall's magazine listed 129 ways for women to get a husband.
This list has gone viral so many times on the internet.
This is the first time I've seen this list.
For years. And what better time to talk about this now that all you bitches single as fuck. But don't worry, we are going to see if the red pill and schizophrenic Roman statue trad larper accounts on Twitter are correct. Did women in the 1950s have better dating advice than women today?
Wonder.
Because
really
apparently what we're doing
curious.
today, crying on TikTok, is just not working for us. Okay, let's just dive into this. Let's
go.
Number 1, get a dog and walk it. Honestly, this is pretty good advice. This is fine advice.
I mean, I guess, yeah. You go outside, you walk your dog with the other dog owners. Maybe someone interesting is between them.
If you have a dog, you'll probably go to a dog park and meet other dog people. I could see this working. Just
could
please,
see
for the
it
love of
too.
God, do not become a doggo mom. The amount of times I'm walking through the city and I see a stroller and a f***ing dog is in it. Just do not treat your dog like a surrogate child.
Thank God, I have not seen that yet here.
I want to go on vacations and enjoy life. That's why I don't want kids. I have dogs anyway. Won't somebody please watch Mr. Poopsie while I'm gone? He has separation anxiety. Have your car break down at strategic places.
This is like shit that I see in my freaking webtoons and mangas that I read, and I thought it only happens in shit like that, but apparently in the 1950s we were doing that too.
Oh no, my brakes suddenly stopped working in front of the Bass Pro Shop. Oh no, not right next to the tall rich man convention. Attend a night school. Take courses men like. If you want to sign up for ancient Roman history class, be my guest. I personally would not go back to school for a man.
I mean, I could see this work though, but then it has to be something that you actually would enjoy, and not just for the sake of finding a man.
I still have nightmares about being in school. Why am I having dreams about math homework at 33 years old? Look in the census reports for places with the most single men. Nevada has 125 females for every 100 females. Ladies, if you want to meet a man, simply hang out in the Shoe on Head fan base. The ratio of men and women here is insane.
I mean, it would work.
We got all types of men here. We got the furries, we got the weebs, the libertarians, the conservatives, the liberals.
The Marxists,
Something for everyone.
the anarchists, the agitators, the looters, and people who, in many instances, have absolutely no clue what they are doing.
Read the obituaries to find eligible widowers. What
This is crazy. This is
Showing up to a
crazy.
funeral like, hey, sorry about your wife. What that do though? So I'm actually getting these from an article written in 2018 about the advice from the 1950s. And the journalist Bella DiPaolo is constantly writing her own commentary after like almost every single one of these things. Like, look, ready? This one is like, get a job in a medical, dental, or law school. And she writes, become a doctor, dentist, or lawyer. You are a badass, so you don't need to marry one.
But this is an article if you want to find a man though. Your comment doesn't have any input.
Become a nurse or airline stewardess. They have very high marriage rates. And she's like, no, become a person who thinks for herself. They have very high rates of living the life that works for them. So become a doctor, dentist, or lawyer is good advice because strong, independent woman jobs or something. But become a nurse or airline stewardess is bad advice because...
This is also a good job. I'm confused.
Why exactly? Like, I'm sorry, is that not a little sexist? Why is she
Yeah.
looking down on being a nurse or an airline worker?
I don't know, man.
The advice some women give to other women is like incredible. It's always just like constant affirmation, constant coddling, constant like, you're doing nothing wrong, sweetie. And then male advice is like, your whole family's gonna die if you don't go to the gym right now. Be nice to everybody. They may have an eligible brother or son. You shouldn't only be being nice to people in order to possibly...
You should be nice because you want to be nice. What the f-
Just be nice to everyone in general. Being nice is like the bare minimum. And what's sad is some people can't even do that. The bar is in hell.
Yep.
And yet, get a government job overseas. Okay, I'm sorry. No man is worth becoming a fed. Do not become a federal agent for some dick. Be friendly to ugly men.
Like, what? If you did not read this, would you be mean?
Lowering your standards, if they're very high or unrealistic, is a good thing. But don't lower them too much. If you're not attracted to someone, you should not be dating them.
Yeah, but you can still be nice.
Get with the first person who's nice to you or shows you attention just because you're lonely. The amount of men and women who like jump into relationships just because they're sad and lonely is way too high.
Yeah.
It's almost always a recipe for disaster. Don't date someone who you think is ugly, but like, if he's not over 6 feet or doesn't have the perfect body, like, yeah, give him a chance. You're not perfect either, girl. But if you think he's straight up ugly, different story. So yes, be nice to everyone.
You still need to be attracted to the person. If there's no attraction, like, what's the point?
Including ugly people, but don't date someone you think is ugly.
Yeah, what's
Tell
the
your
point of
friends
that?
you are interested in getting married. Don't keep it a secret.
Okay.
Oh, we have another author's note. Tell your friends you have no interest whatsoever in getting married.
What?
Don't keep it a secret. Tell your
don't
mother.
get these
Tell all your
notes.
other relatives. Tell all the random people you meet on the street. Declare it on social media. Oh, this is why we are here now, by the way. People like this in 2018 telling young women to not even try and just be a strong, independent
They
girl
want us
boss.
all to be lonely.
These are the fat, ugly, drunk friend at the bar cock blocking you. Get lost at football games. Alright, if I'm at a football game,
Get lost at a football
I'm
game.
already lost. Don't take a job in a company run largely by women. You would never hear this in modern dating advice. This is like blasphemous. I like the author's note to run a company.
I knew
Get
it.
a job
I knew it was gonna be
demonstrating
something like
fishing tackle
that.
in a sporting goods store. See? Bass Pro Shops. I'm telling you. The last respectable institution in America. On a plane, train, or bus, don't sit next to a woman. Sit next to a man. Author's note, spread out all your stuff on the seat next to you and maybe you will get to have the whole row.
I don't get the point of this author making these notes because this is literally an article for women how to get a man. What is your point? Like, as if people are gonna listen to you. People are reading this to get a man, not to be single.
The contrast between the like wholesome goofy shit from the 1950s and this like bitter modern asocial shit is so funny. Go to all reunions of your high school or college class. There may be widowers there.
Why widower specifically?
Predatory advice. Why widowers?
Oh, did your wife just die?
You know, I'm single.
Be a rebound for a man whose wife
Yeah, I don't think that's a good idea. He's probably not over it.
Also, I just realized I missed my 10-year high school reunion. Oh well. I don't think anyone would recognize me anyway. I'd have to like wear an Invader Zim shirt and like trip pants. Don't be afraid to associate with more attractive girls. They may have some leftovers.
You gotta be kidding me. They may have some leftovers.
What are you doing here? What do you mean? I'm here for the scraps.
Crazy.
Don't room with a girl who is a sad sack and let her pull you down to her level. I mean
that's-
this is pretty good, like, standard advice.
This one seems logical.
Surround yourself with negative, miserable people, like this journalist who will just try to drag you down to her level and attempt to
Exactly.
sabotage your dating aspirations. Learn to paint. Set up easel outside engineering school.
That is
The author's
so
note.
random.
If you like to paint, set up your easel where nobody will bother you. Spread your stuff out so nobody will sit next to you. Set your easel up where nobody will bother you. They want you to die alone.
They do.
Stumble
They
when
do.
you walk into a room that he's in. Carry a hat box. What? Do we put a hat in the box? What do we put in the box? What's in the box?
What's in the box?
Wear a band-aid. People always ask what happened. No they won't. This was absolutely written in the 1950s where people used to talk to each other. Make a lot of money. Damn. Why
a
didn't
lot of
I think
money.
that?
Okay.
What great advice. Don't be poor. Dropping the handkerchief still works.
It does.
God, everything seems so wholesome and simple back then. Drop a handkerchief. That's all it took. Hell, like even my mom, what she did to get my dad's attention, she just like rode her bike back and forth in front of his house.
Wait, she did it on purpose?
That's so adorable and wholesome.
She did it on
Wanna know how
purpose?
me and my husband met? He trolled me on Twitter.
modern day.
He was a hater on Twitter.com. How do I explain that to my future children? Stand in a corner and cry softly. Chances are good that he'll come over to find out what's wrong. No, chances are people will whip out their cell phone and start filming you, and then you go viral. Crazy Karen cries in corner. Buy a convertible. Men like to ride in them. Learn how to bake tasty apple pies. Bring one into the
apple pie
office and let the
specifically.
eligible bachelors taste it. Honestly, this is pretty cute advice. I could see this maybe working. But like, people are so weird about people like dating at work nowadays. That used to be like the #1 place people would meet their spouse. And
yeah,
now it's
this
like
seems
saying
logical.
Susan looks nice today is sexual harassment. I like the author's note here. Learn how to bake tasty apple pies. eat them.
This person sounds like they're very lonely themselves and they don't want to see anyone else be happy.
For a man ever, do everything for yourself. Wow, thanks, Journo. You helped so much. Female loneliness cured. Laugh at his joke.
Don't laugh at his jokes. If they're not funny, don't laugh at his jokes. I mean, if they're funny, laugh. If they're not funny, don't laugh, please.
If they are funny.
Yeah.
Attractive people make the terrible mistake of assuming that they are funny because simps and simpettes will laugh at any joke they say, no matter if it's funny or not. You are not funny. People just want to you. Know the difference. Accidentally have your purse fly open. Scattering its contents
Oh
all
my
over the
god.
street.
This is so like all of the romance shit that I'm reading and I'm like, no way this shit happens IRL, but it did.
Oh, I dropped my monster tampon that I use for my magnum pussy. Wear high heels most of the time. They're sexier. Journo note. This has become my favorite thing. Wear shoes with no heels. They are way more comfortable. Or don't wear shoes at all.
I'm not gonna listen to you.
Okay, terrible advice. Wear shoes. You don't want to attract the foot guys. Trust me.
Yes.
I know some of them are in this comment section right now as we speak. Horrifying. But yes, heels are attractive. Heels are pretty. They make your ass look good. I don't see how this is bad advice.
I mean, wear what you want. If you like heels, if you don't like heels.
Unless he happens to be shorter than you are.
Unless he. Oh no! Oh no!
The manlet's catching strays even back in
Damn.
1958. Tell him he's handsome. Journo note, let's go! Talk to someone who is less needy and insecure.
It's just giving a compliment.
This bitch doesn't even want you complimenting men that you're
That is
interested in.
crazy.
Also, ladies, pro tip, if you want him to just melt in your hands, don't say he's handsome. You can do that. But next time you're like walking with him or something, just be like, I feel very protected when I'm with you. He will be locked the fuck in.
I will write that one down.
The fault in like complimenting a man or a woman that you are attracted to, that you are trying to date. Why does that make them insecure or needy?
I don't know either.
Take
She's
good
weird.
care of your health. Men don't like girls who are ill. Get a sunburn. Go on a diet if you need to. You would never ever see this advice today. What's
You
crazy
wouldn't.
is like in the early 2000s, very, very skinny was the look. Like I remember being a kid and seeing things about how like fat Britney Spears is when she looked like this. And now we've gone completely 180 where it's like health and fitness be damned, Lizzo was a queen. Like can we just be normal about this? Why is there no middle ground between
Yeah, I
like
wanted to. Just be normal.
having an eating disorder and having an eating disorder.
yeah.
When you are with him, order your steak rare. Absolutely not. I eat my steaks well done. Not even well done. I eat that. Congratulations. Don't tell them about your allergies. Don't be too fussy. Don't whine. Girls who whine stay on the vine. Double date with a gay, happily married couple. Let him see what it's like.
Oh wait, gay as in happy.
This has such a different meaning today.
Yeah, I was like, huh? And I was like, oh wait, we mean happy.
Double date with a gay couple. Let him see what it's like. Be flexible. If he decides to skip the dance and go rowing on the lake, go. Even if you're wearing your best evening gown. Journo note. Tell him that's fine, but he has to wear the evening gown and the heels.
What?
Hello? Force feminize your date. 129 ways to get a boy
God.
wife. Turn wolves into husband material by assuming they have honor. Okay, I'm so brain broken. I'm such a degenerate that like when I read this, I immediately thought of like Legoshi the wolf from Beastars. Like, oh, he'd make a good husband. Oh wait, how old is he? Hold on. Oh god, wait, he's 17. Wait.
They're in high school.
Wait. Resist the urge to make him over. Before marriage, that is.
What does make over?
So basically, trap him and then mold him.
Oh, molding him. Oh, what?
Your perfect mate.
No, if you have to do that, that's not the person you should be marrying.
Okay. I swear this advice is getting more insane the further we go. The lobotomy is kicking in. Remain innocent, but not ignorant. If he's rich, tell him you like his money. The honesty will intrigue him. Will it? Honestly, maybe. If he doesn't mind marrying a gold digger, I guess. But if it's
Yeah.
just like a dude looking for love, and you're just like, I like your money, it's over.
So what do you like about me? Oh, well, I like your money a lot.
Never let him believe your career is more important to you than marriage. Clip and mail him a funny cartoon that means something to the both of you.
Oh, sending each other a meme.
Literally the 1950s version of sending a meme.
Yeah,
Stop being
cute.
a mama's girl. Don't let him think he'll have in-law trouble. even if you know he will.
Bro.
Journal note. Guess who never has in-law trouble? People
Oh
who
my
stay.
god, she really wants people to stay miserable. Oh my god.
What other articles has this woman written? Let's look this up. The real sex lives of middle-aged single women.
Okay.
A world without marriage. The unsung joy of living alone. The thrill of going to holiday parties alone. Why being in a long-term relationship may make women more depressed. There are more single people than ever. That's not a bad thing. The profound rewards of staying single. I'm done. This is just sad. This is sadder than Anita Sarkeesian having a wedding-themed birthday party and marrying herself.
I did not get married, but I did have a wedding-themed birthday in Stockholm this summer. It was goofy and silly and fun. We had a bachelor party, rehearsal, dinner, ceremony, and reception all in one. People dressed up in the best costumes, from brides, divorced lawyer, drunk uncle, and a ring bearer. Massive thanks to everyone who helped me pull it off. What?
Look at this and tell me there's no female loneliness epidemic? Really? Point out to him that the death rate of single men is twice that of married men.
Whoa, this sounds a little sinister. Why?
Marry me or you'll die an early death. If your mother is fat, tell him you take after your father. If he's fat too, tell him you're adopted.
I can't believe this is real.
It was a different time.
Yeah, it
Stow
sure
away
was.
on a battleship. Rent a billboard and post your picture and telephone number on it. Oh my god.
Jesus.
Do not do this.
That's a sure way to get creeps at your door.
Sink at a fashionable beach at high noon. Make and sell toupees. Bald men are easy catch.
Wow.
Don't marry him if he has too many loose buttons. The end.
Wow, thank
so
you.
ladies, what have we learned? Follow
Nothing.
around your hot friends for scraps, get a sunburn, and carry around a hat box. Wow, this will surely solve female loneliness.
For
But
sure.
for real, some of this advice was actually much better than like any modern dating advice I've seen. Like at least some of this advice was go the f outside and
Yeah, I want to say, like, a lot of them was like, go out somewhere where you will meet guys. It wasn't like, don't do anything and let the guy chase you.
as opposed to don't talk to him, like let him chase you, don't even look him in the eyes. Also, men, I'm curious, which one of these would actually work on you? Would you go over to a woman that was crying and ask what's wrong? Does the hat box do it for you? I'm curious. By the way, the link
what is
to
the
the
thing with the
whole
hat
list will be
box?
in the description.
So
I would
random.
love to see your own takes on this list, like your reactions, your own video responses to this list. I've been seeing a lot of VTubers responding to my videos lately, so if one of you anime freaks are reacting to this right now, I see you. So that was
I
that
see you
video. I hope you
too.
enjoyed it. If not, I've stolen like what, 20 something minutes from your life that you will never get back. But if you did like it, please consider donating to my Patreon, link down below. We're gonna start doing movie nights together, and I would love to see you there. And I will see you next time with a new video.
Hi, thank you so much for watching. If you liked it, please don't forget to give a like to the video and subscribe to my channel. I also stream live on Twitch and on YouTube, so follow me on Twitch or just turn on the notification bell on YouTube to know when I go live. I hope to see you there. Bye!